This is a special episode of the Subject Matter Minute. During these uncertain times brought on by COVID-19, your state government is attempting to do what is required of them to bring the pandemic under control. Things are ever changing, and the Subject Matter Minute will try to keep you in the know. And now, today's special episode of the Subject Matter Minute. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my world. Now, most of you are probably teleworking today. Welcome to the other side. I'm in full COVID teleworking apparel today. I'm not pretending by wearing a collared shirt. I mean, come on, do you really think that I sit at home in a collared shirt and slacks when I'm working from home? No, I get comfortable. Okay, now it's a little bit different for you new teleworkers. Typically for us old teleworkers, it's very quiet. In fact, kind of lonely sometimes. But you guys probably have family members and maybe even kids wandering around, bugging you, being noisy, kids pulling on your pants, wanting attention, right? Well, like I say, it's normally different for us normal teleworkers, but I'm going to go into the ins and outs of teleworking because there's so many more people now, maybe next week in another episode. Today, I want to talk specifically about the governor's policy on teleworking and the CDC website. First of all, as we've all been talking about constantly, this is going to be very difficult for a lot of people, and us included. My wife is now unemployed. I'm betting that a lot of your spouses and or family members will become unemployed as well. I mean, how could it not happen with all the restaurants and services shutting down, right? This could be brutal. And I should be on vacation right now. I'm not going to be whining at all. I understand the situation. I'm taking it serious. But we were supposed to be on vacation. We were supposed to be in Phoenix. A week and a half ago, everything was in flux. You know, nobody was really making hard decisions yet. So we said, let's just go anyways. So we drove down 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, to Phoenix. Stayed at a hotel Saturday night where the front office or the front check-in lady made it very clear her conspiracy theories about the COVID-19, which was great. Anyways, we made it there Sunday night. So Monday morning, it's gorgeous. It's 75 degrees, sunny. That's exactly why we went to Phoenix, right? So we went to the pool, naturally. About halfway through the day, they started pulling chairs and bar stools out, sorry about that. I didn't silence my computer. Anyways, they were pulling those things out to make space between folks. And we started to feel like maybe we were part of the problem, but we stayed. We spent the entire day at the pool, tried to stay away from everyone, had a great day. Well, the next morning, we got an email that said the pool was closed indefinitely. And then later in that day, this is Tuesday, we got another email that said that everything else was closed. So we're talking about pickleball, all these things we wanted to do with our kids, pickleball, cornhole, ping pong. They have all these things there, all closed. So then we also heard that naturally a winter storm was a-brewing in southeast Wyoming. So we either needed to leave Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. or so and drive all the way back, or we needed to stay through till the weekend like we'd planned, with the possibility of getting kicked out by the resort and having not much to do, and the weather was getting lousy in Phoenix, believe it or not. So we got up the next morning, 5 o'clock, and we left. All right. So we drove home. Naturally, we hit Wyoming, or we hit the hill between Cheyenne and Laramie at 11 o'clock, right when the storm hit. And we thought we were going to die. Literally, we absolutely thought we were going to die. And this was the most terrifying drive I've ever experienced, and I am a Wyoming native, so that's saying a lot, right? So we finally got behind a semi. Everyone stopped crying, and we made it home okay. Now, here we are, and there's no more leaving, right? All right, let's get to it. If you've been ignoring the emails from the governor, you probably should go back and read them. Okay, as I mentioned, there was one this morning that loosened the teleworking rules, okay, so that most of us can do it now. Obviously, there are people whose jobs are not computer-based, so those folks have to decide as an agency who will be working and when. But since we have to keep, the governor's decided that we have to keep all state offices open, your office needs to work out some sort of in-office rotation. Okay, for example, there are 3 folks that work in the HRD main office, and they're taking a week at a time, rotating weeks. Okay. Also, there needs to be some disinfecting protocol between them. Person needs to clean up at the end of the week, make sure that the surfaces are all clean for the next person to come in. The governor's directive is this. I'm going to read it to you. Agency directors should use their best efforts to permit telework for as many employees as possible, taking into account the ability of the employees to work remotely and the requirement that state offices remain open. Some employees may be asked to work with some shifts in the office and some shifts through telework in order to minimize contacts between employees while also ensuring that essential on-site functions continue to be performed. Okay? So you got to work it out in your division. All right, so now I want to take you to some good information. In theory, we're all informed, but to be honest, this was the first time that I had been to the CDC website, even though you hear that all the time, right? I was relying on the second-by-second information from my wife, who I'm fairly certain was getting it from Facebook. So let's stop getting our updates from Facebook now. Okay, let's go to the site. There's a ton of info here, so please read through it. I'm going to show you 3 pages that I find interesting. Okay, if you head on over to the cdc.gov page, you will be able to find the coronavirus section very easily. Right here on the front page, let's click on it. Okay, so this is the coronavirus page. There's a ton of good information. Read through it all, okay? I'm going to first of all go into here, how to protect yourself, since that's exactly what we are all doing right now, is trying to protect ourselves. Now, know how it spreads, okay? This is good. Read through it. Don't be exposed. Obviously, stay away from sick folks. In fact, we have to stay away from everyone right now. Steps to protect yourself: clean your hands often, avoid close contact with folks. Steps to protect others: this is good stuff. Stay home if you're sick, cover coughs and sneezes. Here's an important one: wear a face mask if you are sick. If you're not sick, do not wear a face mask unless you're caring for someone who is sick, okay? Face masks are in short supply. And then, of course, cleaning and disinfecting. This is good information. Ways to make your own stuff, okay? Because I know there's a shortage of a lot of this stuff, okay? And what you need to know about hand washing video down at the bottom. Good stuff, okay? I'm going to go back. Next, I want to show you this button. These 2 up here at the top, I think, are the best. If you think you are sick, okay, stay home, okay, except to get medical care if you get to that point. Separate yourself from other people in your home. If they aren't sick and you are, try not to get everyone sick. Call ahead before visiting your doctor. Again, wear a face mask if you are sick. Cover your coughs and sneezes. Clean your hands often. Avoid sharing personal household items. And clean all high-touch surfaces every day. And then monitor your symptoms, okay? All right, so those are 2 very good pages. Now I want to take you to one more because there's some helpful things here. If you go to the symptoms page, first of all, know the symptoms: fever, cough, and shortness of breath. Okay, if you have the sniffles, you do not have COVID-19. But if you go down here, there's a couple nice things, especially if you're going to be in the office and feel like these should be hung up. There's a flyer, a couple flyers. One is the symptoms of coronavirus disease, and it tells you to go in when you have these, okay? And the other one is how to stop the spread of germs, a nice flyer, printable flyer. So if you feel like those need to be hung up in the office, go to the symptoms page and grab those at the bottom, okay? You can print them out. Okay, that's it for today. There's probably going to be a few extra subject matter minutes dealing with issues related to the COVID-19 problem. Again, I want to welcome all you new teleworkers. Do us good. Get your work done. I know you will. State employees take their jobs seriously. Like I say, you'll get more done. Well, you would if your whole family wasn't around, but you still will get the work done. So welcome to comfort and the ability to see your family at breaks. It's a good deal. I'll see you next time. You have been watching a special episode of the Subject Matter Minute dealing with the effects of COVID-19 on the state of Wyoming. Check your email for more special episodes dealing with this issue. Thanks for watching the Subject Matter Minute.